Narcissistic mothers-in-law are complex and challenging to deal with. They're often territorial, controlling, and manipulative. And they can be highly manipulative, sometimes even more so than their sons. If you're in a relationship where you're being bullied by your narcissistic mother-in-law, it's essential to know that you're not alone and that there are ways to deal with the situation effectively. So what do you do when bullied by a narcissistic mother-in-law? Watch this video until the end as I show you 10 things to do when bullied by a narcissistic mother-in-law. Number 1. Stay calm and keep your cool. One of the best ways to deal with a narcissist is to stay as calm as possible. Narcissists thrive on conflict, so if you can keep your cool and not engage with it, they will lose interest in trying to manipulate you. Stay calm and don't let your mother-in-law get to you, especially when she's trying to provoke you. Don't let her see that she's gotten under your skin, even if she has. This will help you avoid reacting in ways that might make things worse and let you maintain control of the situation. Remember that this person is not your mother-in-law because she likes you. She's simply your mother-in-law because of the relationship between her son and your husband or wife. It's important to remember that this person does not have your best interests in mind. They're only concerned about themselves. You shouldn't let them get into your head or make you feel bad about yourself. Number 2. Don't take it personally. It's easy to feel hurt and upset when you're being bullied by a narcissistic mother-in-law, but it's important to remember that she is dealing with her issues, which might have nothing to do with you. People with personality disorders often struggle to understand their feelings and behaviors, let alone someone else's. It's easy to get sucked into the drama and blame yourself when a narcissistic mother-in-law starts bullying you. But it's important to remember that she is the one with the problem, not you. You'll be unable to change her behavior, so don't waste your energy trying. Instead, learn how to deal with her criticism so that it doesn't affect you too much emotionally. Number 3. Walk away from the conversation if you need to. If you're being bullied by your narcissistic mother-in-law, there's no shame in walking away from the conversation. This is actually a good thing to do. It can be hard to do this, especially if you feel she will escalate things. But sometimes it's necessary to get some space from the situation before you say something you regret or make it worse. If she is talking or interrupting you, walk away from the conversation until she stops doing that. If she's insulting or belittling you, leave the room for a few minutes until she calms down and comes back with an apology. If she's just being passive-aggressive and giving dirty looks, leave the room for a few minutes and come back with a smile on your face. It'll help calm things down and lessen the tension between the two of you. Number 4. Disagree firmly and confidently. The key to dealing with a narcissistic mother-in-law consistently disagrees with her. This will throw off her balance and she will not know how to react. She will also feel like you are not taking her seriously, hurting her feelings. You can't change her, but you can change how you react to her. Disagreeing firmly and confidently will make her think twice before trying to bully you again. There are many ways to disagree with someone without making them angry or defensive. You can use a calm tone of voice, back up your words with supporting evidence from research or personal experience, and ask questions instead of demanding answers. A narcissistic mother-in-law might be used to getting her way, but if you disagree with her and stand by your decision, she may lose interest in the argument. Number 5. Listen without judgment. If you're the target of a narcissistic mother-in-law, it can be easy to let her criticisms and insults get under your skin. But it's important to listen without judgment, even if what she's saying is hurtful. It will help you remain calm and focus on your goals and needs rather than getting sucked into an argument with her. If you are able and willing to listen without judgment, you will be able to hear the story behind the behavior. In many cases, This can help you gain more compassion for your mother-in-law and help her understand how her actions affect others. A narcissistic mother-in-law can be a difficult person to deal with. If you judge her or get defensive, she will see this as a personal attack and escalate the situation. Number 6. Ignore her comments. If you're being bullied by a narcissistic mother-in-law, it's tempting to want to fire back, but that won't help you get the upper hand. It will probably make things worse. The best way to deal with a narcissistic mother-in-law is to ignore her comments. Don't give her the attention she craves by reacting to her words. Instead, focus on your behavior and ask yourself if you've done anything wrong. If you haven't, just let the comment slide by without acknowledging it. Instead of reacting with anger or defensiveness, try ignoring her comments entirely. When she criticizes you or makes fun of your choices, simply look her in the eye and say something like, "I'm sorry you feel that way," and then change the subject. The more you get used to ignoring her comments and redirecting conversations back to neutral topics like weather or sports, the easier it will become over time. Number 7. Don't take revenge. If you've been bullied by a narcissistic mother-in-law, you may be tempted to get back at her. Don't do it. Revenge will only hurt you and make things worse, so make sure you don't give in to your anger or impulses when dealing with your mother-in-law's bullying ways. This is not the time for revenge. This is the time for moving on. The last thing you want to do is give your mother-in-law an excuse for more harassment. Instead, if she says something mean about you or does something hurtful, just let it go and move on with your day without giving her any attention. Number 8. Don't try to convince her that she's wrong. This is hard, especially when you are in a heated argument where your mother-in-law is trying to undermine your parenting and your spouse's love for you. But it's important to remember that no matter what she says, you can't change her mind, and arguing with her will only worsen things. If she tries to convince you that she knows best about raising your children or managing your marriage, just smile and nod. Remember that this isn't about how much time you spend with them or even how well they do in school. It's all about her need to project power over others. Number 9. Look for support from trusted family and friends. If she's making you feel bad about yourself or trying to make your life difficult on purpose, that's not normal behavior, and you deserve better. You may want to talk with someone who knows both of you, like a family member or close friend, who can help support you and advise you on how best to deal with the problem. This will help you feel less alone and more confident in dealing with the situation. Take some time off work if possible. If not, try doing something relaxing at home, like reading a book or taking a bath. This will give you some space from her bullying behavior without feeling like it's been forced upon you by someone else. It can help to take some time for yourself so that she doesn't have as much control over what happens in your life. Number 10. Talk with your spouse about it. Talk with your spouse about it. The two of you must discuss how the narcissist mother-in-law has been affecting your relationship, because if you don't, she may drive a wedge between you. If she feels like she's succeeding in her failed attempts to manipulate or control your marriage, there is a chance that she will intensify her efforts to get between you and your spouse. Discussing the issue with your husband or wife is essential, as this will help you understand his or her feelings. If possible, try to find a solution together. If you are being bullied by your mother-in-law, it can be challenging to figure out what to do. Many people feel trapped in an abusive relationship that they have no way of leaving. You can take steps to help yourself and others being bullied by a narcissistic mother-in-law. These reaction methods will help you not give up hope when dealing with them. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to this channel. Do not miss this exciting video right here.